Hello, welcome today. We are going to take a really close look at some first English class notes.
Yes, these are for two students just starting out, Kawani and Marina.
They're students at AcademiaBSB, and their teacher, Paolo, he prepared these notes. This was back on April 5th, 2025.
So very recent. And it shows us, that very first contact with English in a structured class.
Exactly. And the course, it has quite a title. It's Su Inglés Definitivo y Seguro English Conversations, T253, Kawani Julia E. Marina.
Wow, yeah, long title. But our focus is really what happens in that very first lesson or two.
Right. We want to explore what foundational English learning actually looks like using these real materials.
And these notes, they're set at CFRL level A1. That's the absolute beginner level, right at the start.
Very beginning. So you'll see how simple things are when you first start learning. It's quite revealing.
It really is. What words do you learn first? What kind of sentences? How do you even start? Let's see.
Okay. Let's start with the vocabulary. The teacher labeled this list current class. We'll read the words slowly. Listen carefully.
Okay.
Hello, who, what, family, name, surname, body lotion, car, helicopter, bicycle, family, mother, sister, father, brother.
Mm-hmm. Notice family is there twice. Seems important.
Study, drive, read, write, comb, DNA, first name, second name, last name, surname, family name.
So a real mix there. Greetings, question words, people, things, actions, even DNA, which is interesting.
Yeah, maybe linked to family and different ways to say name and surname. It's all about identity and basic introductions, it seems.
Seems like it. Okay, what's next on the list?
Next up, VERBs. These are action words, things we do. The list is short. To have, to do, take a shower, to brush my teeth.
Ah, yes. Very basic, everyday actions. Things you probably do often, like brush my teeth.
Good ones to start with. Then we have adjectives. These are describing words.
Right.
The notes give opposites. Intelligent, A, dumb, plus stupid. Beautiful, A, ugly.
Oh, that's a good way to learn. Seeing the opposite helps understand the meaning, doesn't it? Intelligent, not dumb. Beautiful, not ugly. Simple contrasts.
It does. Now, some words about time. It says one day, morning, breakfast, afternoon, lunch, night, evening, dinner.
Okay, breaking down the day, morning, afternoon, night, and connecting them to meals. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Very practical.
Very. And then more time and number words. This looks like a mathematics vocabulary almost.
Let's hear it.
100-year century.
A long time.
10 years, 1 decade.
Okay.
12 months, 1 years. 4 week, 1 month equals 30 days. It says week singular, but probably means weeks, about a month.
Yeah, roughly. Close enough for A1.
7 days, 1 week.
Standard.
1 day minus 24 hours.
When?
1 hour minus 60 minutes.
Right.
1 minute minus 60 seconds.
So breaking time down into smaller and smaller units, useful stuff.
Definitely. And one last vocabulary list. This is a first class review. Words maybe from the lesson right before this one.
Revision, always important.
It lists mother, father, brother, bicycle, study a student. What is your OG? How do you spell?
Okay, so family words again. Bicycle. And distinguishing study the action from student the person. That's a key difference.
And those two crucial questions. Asking for information. How do you spell? You need those right away.
Absolutely. You can't really introduce yourself or ask about others without them.
Okay, now let's move to the first reading passage. It's titled Reading One Verb to Be. We'll read this slowly, section by section.
Sounds good. The verb to be is fundamental.
It is. First part, pronouns. First, singular, I am a student. I am happy today. I am in the classroom. I am ready to learn. I am not tired. I am excited.
So all about I. Using I am. Talking about yourself. Simple sentences describing who you are, how you feel, where you are. I am not tired. So negatives too.
Exactly. Next, pronouns. Second singular, you. You are my friend. You are in the same class. You are nice and smart. You are not late. You are happy too.
Now talking to someone. You are. Again, simple descriptions. Friend, class, nice, smart. And the negative, you are not late. Good examples.
Now for the third person singular. First, pronouns third singular, he. He is my teacher. He is kind. He is from Brazil. He is tall. He is not angry. He is here now.
Using he is. Talking about a male person, the teacher in this case. Describing him, kind. From Brazil, tall. And again, a negative, he is not angry. Clear.
Next, she. Pronouns. Third singular, she. She is my sister. She is 10 years old. She is at home. She is funny. She is not sad. She is with mom.
She is, talking about a female person, his sister, giving her age, location, personality. She's not sad. Simple, direct.
Then we have it. pronouns. Third singular. It is a cat. It is small and black. It is on the bed. It is quiet. It is not hungry. It is cute.
Right. It is. Used for an animal here, a cat. Or it could be a thing, describing its appearance, location, state, small and black, on the bed, not hungry. Very useful for describing the world around you.
Now for the plurals. First, we pronouns. First plural, we. We are in the park. We are friends. We are happy. We are not cold. We are near the lake. We are together.
We are. Talking about a group that includes the speaker, us. Describing location, relationship, feeling in the park. Friends, happy, and we are not cold. Good basic sentences.
Next, you plural. Pronouns. Second plural. You are good friends. You are always happy. You are from the same city. You are not lazy.
Okay, you are again, but this time talking to more than one person. You guys, essentially. Describing them as a group. Good friends, always happy.
And the last pronoun here, they pronouns. Third plural, they are my parents. They are nice. They are at work. They are not tired. They are happy today. They are great.
They are. Talking about a group of other people. Here, parents. Describing them. Nice, at work, not tired. It covers all the basic persons and the verb to be. Very systematic.
It lays a strong foundation for sentence structure. Okay, let's shift to grammar.
Right. The rules behind the language.
It starts with the alphabet, which makes sense. You need the letters, and it repeats those two questions we saw in the review vocabulary.
Ah, yes. What is your pent and how do you spell?
Exactly. They're presented here as key grammar points, or maybe just key phrases needing the alphabet.
Probably both. You need the grammar to form the question and the alphabet to answer the spelling part.
The notes give spelling examples. We'll spell them out slowly. First name, Paulo, Julia.
Okay. Paulo.
Julia.
Second name, Edson, Kawanny.
Edson. Kawani. Got it.
Then possibly last names. Barreto.
Mm-hmm.
Guedes.
Wedes.
It repeats that one. Guedes. Maybe for emphasis or practice.
Could be, or just a copy-paste in the notes.
And Fernandes.
Fernandez. So practicing spelling names is clearly a priority.
Makes sense for introductions. Now, the notes don't explicitly say subject pronouns, but we just went through them. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they. These are the words that do the action.
Yeah.
Yes, they come before the verb, usually. Like in all those I am, you are, he is sentences we just read. Understanding these pronouns is step one for making sentences.
Definitely. Okay, next grammar topic. Present simple. Focusing first on the verb to be again, but now in questions and answers.
Okay, how to use am, is, or in conversation.
It gives patterns. Are you am? Yes, I am. Yes, she is.
Simple, question-answer format.
And the negative answers? No, I am not. No, she is not.
Good. Showing both positive and negative responses.
Some examples. Your name is Julia. That's a statement, actually.
True. Maybe contrasting with the question form implicitly.
Could be. Then, my name is Paulo Edson. Another statement. My mother is Paula. My mother is Karina. No, my mother is not.
Okay, so practice possessives like my and your and names, and the negative form is not. Building blocks.
Now, still under present simple, it moves to all other verbs, actions that aren't just being.
Right, like eat, comb, brush.
Exactly. First example. What do you eat for breakfast? I eat for breakfast. A what question using do.
Ah, introducing the auxiliary do for questions with most verbs. That's a big step.
It is. Then, do you comb your hair in the morning? I comb my hair in the morning. A yes-no question with do.
Simple question. Simple answer repeating the verb. Good model.
Then some statements about frequency. I brush my teeth 3 times a day. I take a shower 3 times a month.
Showing how to say how often you do something. 3 times a day and 3 times a month. Interesting frequency for showering. Maybe just an example for the structure.
Let's hope so. Next, are they intelligent? Yes, they, my sisters, are. A. Back to be for a question about others.
Yes, asking about qualities.
Okay.
And specifying who they refers to my sisters. Good clarification.
And what are your sisters' names? My sisters' names are A. And another what question, this time with are.
Asking for specific information again. Names. Using the plural possessive sisters.
Good details. Now, affirmative and interrogative sentences, saying yes and asking questions, seems like a summary.
Let's see the examples.
Do you have a? Yes, I have a. No, I don't have a. Using do with the verb have.
Okay, asking about possession. Using do and don't. Standard structure.
Next. Do you like gum?
Yes, I like to. No, I like don't. Asking about preferences.
Ah, looks like a small typo there in the negative. It should be, no, I don't like doom.
Yes, you noticed that too. A common slip for learners, maybe even for the note-taker. Good to be aware of.
It happens. The pattern is clear, though. Do you like? Yes, I like. No, I don't like.
Then, do you comb your hair? Do you write to your friends? Yes, I write to my friends. Another little typo, maybe. That question mark at the end of the answer.
Yeah, probably should be a period. Yes, I write to my friends. Just a statement.
Right. And finally, do you study? Yes, I study. Do you study Japanese? No, I don't study.
More practice with don't for studying, asking generally, then specifically about Japanese. Good contrast.
And the last bit of grammar mentioned is frequency. How often?
Ah, yes, we saw 3 times a day.
It gives synonyms. 1 time equals once, 2 times twice, 3 times 4 times.
Good to know. Once and twice. After that, you just use the number and times. Simple rule. Okay, that covers the grammar section. Now, a quick mention of pronunciation guidance.
Super important, even if it's hard to capture in notes, how things sound.
Exactly. The notes don't specify sounds, but we can imagine the teacher focusing on clear articulation, like saying, hello. Let's try it slowly. H-E-L-O.
Right. Breaking it down. Or maybe contrasting similar sounds, like in mother versus brother. Can you hear the sound mother, brother?
Good example. Or just spelling words out clearly, emphasizing each letter sound, like C-A-T cat or D-O-G dog.
Yes. Slowing down, making sure each sound is heard. Especially for beginners, you have to speak, well, very clearly, almost unnaturally clearly sometimes.
Like we're trying to do now. Okay, next section. Speaking training.
Where the students get to produce language themselves, output.
Yes. The notes call this essay writing and show a first draft student's input. Let's read Kawani's first. I'll read it.
Okay.
I am Julia. I dance samba. My father is John Paul. He loves the family. My mother is Karina. She studies Portuguese.
Okay. Short sentences. Using I am. Using he is, implied in loves. Using she is, implied in studies. Spelling out a name. Talking about yourself, family, accents. That's really good for a first draft at A1.
I agree. Simple, clear, uses the structures they've likely just learned. Now you read Marina's draft.
Sure. Marina wrote, my name is Marina. I smile every day. My dog is cute. It sleeps at night. My daddy is Marcelo. He drives a car.
Also very good. Starts with her name, spelled out. Uses I smile. Uses is for the dog. It is cute, implied. Uses it sleeps. Uses is for her dad. Daddy is Marcelo. And he drives. Again, simple sentences talking about herself, her pet, her dad, everyday actions.
Yeah, both students are applying the lessons, using pronouns, simple present verbs, basic descriptions. That's exactly what you want to see.
The notes also mention a Rebecca, but say her entry was blank in the first draft.
And that's okay, too. Sometimes it takes a bit longer to feel ready to write, or maybe she just needed more time. Learning isn't a race.
Absolutely. So that covers the main content of the notes. Let's wrap up. We've looked at the initial vocabulary introductions. Family, time, basic actions.
Lots of core words.
We went through that first reading passage, focused entirely on the verb to be with all the pronouns.
Yes, seeing it using context.
We touched on grammar, the alphabet, spelling names, subject pronouns, and the present simple tense, especially forming questions and answers with to be and other verbs using do.
And those frequency words, like once and twice.
Right. We discussed the importance of pronunciation, even just saying words slowly and clearly.
Crucial.
And we saw those first speaking attempts, the short paragraphs Kawani and Marina wrote.
Showing them putting it all together.
The homework of the day listed was simply review the class notes.
Makes perfect sense. Go over everything again. Let it sink in.
The bibliographic references mentioned are grammar unit 1 and 2, so maybe pointing them to a textbook.
Likely. For more practice and explanation.
And the e-becoming linguistic scope is present simple, affirmative sentences, interrogative sentences.
So, continuing with the present simple, likely reinforcing those positive statements and questions we saw examples of. Building on the foundation.
Exactly. It really highlights how learning a language is, it's a process. Step by step. You see it right here in these very first notes.
You really do. Each small piece builds towards understanding and communication. It starts simple, as it should.
It reminds you that everyone starts somewhere, right? Even fluent speakers begin with, hello, and my name is...
Precisely. It's a journey, and these notes are like the first footprints on that path.
A good way to put it. Okay, I think that covers our deep dive for today.
Yes, a fascinating look at the very beginning. Goodbye.